laughing pretty, baby. Someday you're gonna be crying. Yeah, you've been laughing pretty, baby. Someday you're gonna be crying. Further on up the road, you'll find out I wasn't lying. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road, someone's gonna hurt you like you hurt me. Further on up the road, darling, just you wait and see. Work's done and the weekend's here. I'm up at dawn, gotta make it clear. The hunt is on, I'm feeling that fire. Got FOMO bad and I'm down to the wire. Rolling out in the morning light, chasing that beast that's out of sight. Got my spot all picked out right, gonna score that bottle tonight. Oh, but the whiskey tubers got there first, left me standing feeling cursed. No JD, no Wild Turkey's best, no Russell's 15 left on the shelf. Guess I'll see if I like the rest. Charlie, Jeff, and Rob SS, sipping up all the liquid joy. Cast 529, got the last sweet sip. Guess I need to learn to double click and hit subscribe quick. Walk in the store, see a big guy there. I asked, did you score? What did you say?
I could reach out. That could be one of our things we do. You know, we're talking about doing these commercials or these ads or these videos for these different products. I can reach out to a manufacturer that makes it today, get one, and you do the video. And sit there and go, oh, fuck. I'm riding the bike and you're going
with the glitter in my hand and bourbon.
No doubt that.
All right, no, hold
on.
on, Tor. It does not say who is in my ass. Oh my God, it does. If you separate it, that says who's in my ass.
In my ass.
Oh shit.
Who in my ass?
My systems. I'm starting to become immune to fresh. This doesn't even bother me anymore.
That's fresh.
Oh.
I'm like, that smells pretty good.
All right, here we go.
Hey guys, how's it going tonight?
All right, hey, I think we're good to go. Welcome to latest edition of Bourbon and Ballz. We have an exciting show for you guys tonight.
Oh, don't we? Yes, we do.
I may be more excited than most people just because I have followed him for a while.
Yep.
Our special guest tonight will come on here in about 15 minutes. Ed Bley from Rising Tides.
Yes.
And he'll introduce. These are the most. I got to go off right off the bat, and we'll tell him again when he gets on. These are the most gorgeous bottles I've ever seen.
They are very gorgeous. I mean, it's just I've never seen anything like it. And
the camera can't pick it up all up.
Yeah.
Can't pick it all up.
If you check out our Facebook page, zoom in on the old Swagger because they've got both of them, yeah. But the old Swagger is easier to see. There's a phoenix perched on like some type of a ledge or something cast inside the bottle.
You know, that reminds me of the double, the very rare, whatever, double eagle rare.
Yeah.
Has that eagle inside.
Yeah. Same thing.
Has the same thing.
Yeah, it's a phoenix, right.
And I'm a huge fan of Old Stubborn. That was a finalist in our Bourbon of the Year. It made a top 3, I think.
Yeah, it did. It was number 3.
Yeah, our Bourbon of the Year last year. Man, I can't wait. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bottle.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go through chat. Let's say hello to everybody, and we will get to what we came for. Cheers, hello, lip service crew. Thanks for being first. Chris Jenkins. Did I hear something with him? Does he now have his own show?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
If he does, put the link in the chat. Someone told me that, and I think it was you. I could be totally off. But if so, please put that link in the description if you don't mind. Tom Black, cheers to you. Welcome to the show. Bourbon Nerd, cheers to you. Thanks for coming on. Mr. Stan Sabick, cheers to you. We get to see your brother and your father this weekend for the long-awaited meetup with Cast 529 at New Riff this Saturday.
Yep.
A little old-fashioned. Cheers to you. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you coming on. Let's see here. Tammy Adams. God, I did what you did. My eyes. I did exactly what you did.
Tammy, I got it.
Oh, well, quick! Don't even try it. John Shank, welcome, Tammy. I'm sorry. I don't know where my head's at. I'm sorry. Yes, Tammy. By the way, #Balls in order to get into our free giveaway. And Johnny, why don't you tell what the free giveaway is tonight?
The free giveaway tonight is JT Mellick, the 118 proof and 109 proof.
Okay.
The Kentucky Wild Cask and Milam and Green Bottled and Bond is the #Balls tonight.
Okay, #Balls it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then for our premium super chat, guys, you guys are in for a super. This ends up being a premium, and I apologize, but it deserves its credit. The premium $5 super chat will include a pour of the Old Stubborn and also the Old Swagger. And then what other two did we do?
We got the Evernorth Essence Rye and Old Granddad 16.
Okay. All right. Very good. So I hope you guys are excited about that as much as we are. I can't wait to try it. So anyways, back into saying hello. John Shanks, I did say hello to you. Tammy Adams, a little old-fashioned. Shadakar, hope you're getting ready. I'm sure you are getting ready for your busy weekend on Saturday. Can't wait to see everybody there at 1 o'clock at New Riff.
Yep. It's going to be a good time.
And yeah, should be a great time. Gary McDonald, cheers to you. Thanks for coming on. Brian, Cast 529, cheers. And once again, congratulations to their sold out barrel pick.
Yes, congrats.
What a success it was. And we're going to crack ours open tonight.
Yep. One more thing on the New Riff. If you happen to catch on Discord, Shauna's comment about the bottles that you're going to bring for the trade or the giveaway, that you can't be open, have to be in a separate bag,
Correct.
can't be drank. It has to be
Minimum like
concealed.
minimum $50 value.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to keep it fair. A couple of viewers asked me or texted me as far as, hey Charlie, are you bringing a tater bottle or are you bringing a unique bottle for the bottle share? I myself am bringing a unique bottle. Doesn't mean that you can't bring tater bottle,
Right.
but I think at least for me, I'd like to try something maybe I haven't had. Maybe that's something I don't have. It'd be kind of cool thing.
Well,
So anyway, that's what I'm bringing. I'm not specifically. I don't know yet.
I'm bringing my barrel pick that I did with New Riff.
Okay.
We did a barrel pick last year.
All right. Very good. So anyways, so we'll talk more about throughout the show as far as the Saturday meetup as we go along tonight. But anyways, I wanted to stop and say that as we see Brian and Sean on the channel. Crappy Cat, we'll see you. I think we did say hello to you. I'm sorry. Whiskey Bill, cheers to you, buddy. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you as always for coming on. Torp. Oh, that reminds me. Going back real quick to Whiskey Bill. We have also our Patreon wheel tonight.
That's right.
So we have that up and running, ready to go. Yes. And then we'll get that drawn in here shortly. And Johnny, why don't you tell them what they win tonight?
Well, that's the 12-bottle blind that we had for our tasting a month ago.
Yep.
We got
12 samples.
12 samples. Patreon.
Yeah. So the Patreon will be we'll be able to one lucky winner will win all 12 samples.
Right. Yep.
Okay. And that's for our May Patreon.
Yes.
Okay. So all right. Moving forward is let's see here. Torp, yes. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for coming on. David B. Cheers. I get to see you on Saturday as well. Cannot wait. Getting pretty excited, tell you what. Silly Yorkie, cheers. Thanks for coming on. And nice to see you unmuted, by the way. I swear that thing drove me nuts.
I don't know what happened with that. I wasn't following along. What happened?
So last week she couldn't talk.
Well, I knew that.
So I can't figure out why. And I don't know if it's by accident. I got to think it is by accident. Something happened somewhere somehow, and her name got thrown in some sort of a block, and we didn't see her all night, which was a shame.
Yeah.
So now it took me a minute, and I figured it out, and now we have it. So glad to see you back in chat on Bourbon and Ballz, and I apologize. I'm not sure what happened. I really don't. So yeah. So. Some people are commenting on the bottles already. Yeah, sure. We'll definitely sink into that here soon. David Tanko, cheers. Thanks for coming on. Juggling them? No, we're not going to juggle those.
Ain't happening.
Yeah. So and then let's see here. Let's go through. I think I'm getting through Gandy Road. Cheers, buddy. Can't wait to see you on Saturday as always. You and your milkshake and your possible tattoo that we'll do together. I know it won't happen. Whiskey Sippers, cheers to you. Thanks for coming. Caught some of your live show as we were getting ready earlier, and talked about the pick. And it sounds like you guys had a great time on that pick. Man, I should have. It'd been nice to go. Alan Adams, cheers. Thanks for coming on as well as always. Yes. She's so glad. I'm going to highlight you for that one. You deserve to be highlighted on that one. So yes, I am so glad you are back in chat. It makes a difference for sure. So all right, the bourbon guy's with him as well, so that's nice. Awesome. I think that some more people hashtag balls. Weller, you're going the wrong way, dude. Man. You know how cats and they can. Yeah, he's fine right now. Okay. If we go off air for a second, it's because my dog, and I apologize for Mrs. Richie J and Laura J. You guys missed a great Google Meets hangout on Tuesday. Yeah, so much.
I missed it as well.
That's part of the course. Because you're always like, what I miss?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right. So anyhow, Patrick Little Dew. That's a new one.
Yes, it is.
Cheers.
Welcome.
And everybody say hello and welcome. Give him a Bourbon and Ballz hello, if you guys would. Tom Morrow as well. Tom Black also is on too. That reminded me. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Matt B. Did you get Matt B?
Matt B, of course. What?
No boobin.
I always say snow baboon, and it's not snow baboon. What is it?
I don't know.
But it's not snow baboon.
It looks like snow baboon.
I know, but it's not. I don't know. I need to get that enunciated for us.
Let's see
here. Steering wheel commentator. Hey, that is Mr. Richie J, I think.
Okay.
I think I finally figured that out.
Yep.
I kept on.
That's right.
I kept on couldn't figure that out as well. I think we are done with the chat or getting
There's
to the
Andy.
bottom.
What's
Andy
up, Andy?
Schumacher, yes. Thanks, buddy, for coming coming on. Appreciate it. And I think we'll get to the super chats as I appreciate you guys doing that.
Jenny B.
Jenny B, hello. Thanks for coming on. Let's see here. I think we have everybody.
Did you get lip service crew? We did.
Yeah, lip service crews are the very first one.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I think there's snow baboon again. I'm telling you, I can't figure that one out. Thanks for the super chat, guys. We got one more announcement, and then we'll get Mr. Ed Bley. He's in the green room waiting for us. Thanks for a super chat, Bourbon Nerd. You'll get entered into the pour for the night that we're going to talk about. Silly Yorkie, you'll get 2 entries. Thanks for the super chat. Shauna, you guys will get also 2 entries into the super chat. And then Gandhi, thanks again for that. Real quick, one more comment on the meetup this weekend. We have 2 confirmed special guests for the meetup. One is going to be Logan Buchanan.
Logan Buchanan
from the Bond.
Right?
And if you guys watched Cast 529's interview, I think it was last week, earlier this week, you see that interview, which is very well done. I enjoyed it. I actually learned a few more things I didn't know before.
Yeah, Logan's a good guy.
Logan's a great guy. And then also we got confirmed is Bill McBrayer, Senior. He will be there as well on Saturday. So you guys will have a few stars in the house.
And then Tom Morrow, and he coming too? I thought Tom was saying.
Oh, is it Tom coming?
Yeah,
oh, nice.
I thought so.
Better.
Yeah, if not Tom, sorry.
Maybe we'll get Ed to come. All right, very good. So without further ado, guys, let's get Ed Bley into the show, and let's man, I can't wait to get into this. So
yeah,
Ed, welcome to Bourbon and Ballz. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.
Dude, let me just say, first and foremost, your bottles are fantastic.
I'm really glad you like them. It was really fun designing them. We went through 3 molds. It takes 14 minutes to make each one of them. And when I told my investors how much they were going to cost, I had to pick them up off the floor. So
I mean, you know this going in, right? But I've never seen anything like this before. And obviously, we've done whiskey for a while, mostly bourbon. I've never seen anything like it. What's also unique, and we told people, in the chat, not only the shape of the bottle and whatnot, the fact that you have this phoenix.
That's our logo.
Right.
That's a cardinal with our gold ring behind it inside.
Yeah,
that is fascinating. That is just one of the best looking bottles I've ever seen.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Hopefully you're enjoy what's inside of it just as much.
Well, I'm a fan of that too. So I've been following you since the very first iteration of Old Stubborn. Nice. I actually had it when I was down there at Revival. I had it for a pour, and I thought that was fantastic. And of course, by then, I got FOMO, and I was like, well, how can I get some of this, right? And I found it through secondary and traded some bottles to get it, and it was fantastic. And then I think that's the time where Old Stubborn 2 came on, and that ended up being, so every year we do a top 16 bourbon of the year, but we do it blinded. So we don't know what we're doing. You're number 3 that year.
We kind of know what we're doing, but
we don't know what drink is what I mean. And you're number 3, and rightfully so. It was a fantastic bourbon. You beat out some heavy hitters. 15, 13th Colony, some really good heavy hitters in that category. Fantastic bourbon. So When Jeff said, I said, Jeff, dude, you got to go. He does our booking, as you well know. You guys have been talking. And I said, Jeff, dude, you got to get Ed on it. So it's going to be fan-freaking-tastic. And I can't wait to open this pour. I'm excited. But I'll let you talk more about I'm sorry. When I get excited, I talk a lot.
He does.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So why don't you take us from the beginning as far as who you are to the bourbon community? Because we know a little bit about that, but I'll let you explain all that, from the days of Uncorked and everything else and where you are at today.
So I started way back when, 2014, I guess, at it was at Cork and Bottle on Buttermilk Pike in Crescent Springs, Kentucky. Okay. And it was really odd because we had started a group called the Whiskey Barrel Society. It was online. It was a Facebook group, and we had about 800 members, and we were buying barrels back in 2014. And we had Four Roses barrels that came into Cork and Bottle. And I had just moved that week back up from Texas. And so when I came in, our barrels were in, we came in to try them, and they had a table sitting right in the middle of the store on Buttermilk Pike. And so we were sitting there trying it. I noticed there were some people over in the whiskey section, and they were staring at a wall of whiskey, and you could tell they had the classic pose, the hand on the hip, the other hand on their jaw, staring blankly at the wall. Yeah. No clue what they were looking at. So I asked Tim, the general manager at the time, I said, I'm sitting here tasting this. You want me to go over there and see if I can help them? He goes, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I walked over there and I talked to them and asked them what they liked and told them some of the things that I enjoyed and why I thought they might like them. And they ended up buying 6 bottles. He goes, oh, wow. How the hell did you do that? I'm like, how did I do what? I just talked to him about whiskey. It's fun. He says, do you need a job? And I was like, well, I literally just moved back up here. I'm certain this isn't what I want to do forever, but yeah, I can start here until I find something a little bit more permanent. And he says, great. So I started off just stocking shelves. And so with the group, we had a real heavy following from our group that were purchasing things in the store that nobody knew was in there. They were just on the shelves, and they had fresh out of bankruptcy in that store. They didn't have terms with distribution or anything like that. Wow. So it was so hard. And so we didn't have credit. So I had to figure out a way to get that store back on its feet without credit. So I was selling all these bottles to my friends. They put me in charge of the spirits and the beer departments at Cork and Bottle, and they gave me pretty much just free reign to do what I wanted to do. And so I had a lot of fun with it. We did a lot of the first hide and seeks that were ever done, where I'd take bottles and hide them throughout the store, and then I'd post them on Facebook. And I'm going to tell you what, if you want to have fun, the best part were the people that were in there buying Smirnoff. They had no clue what was going on, and then they're looking at their Smirnoff, and this thundering herd of people comes running through the door. They're literally on their hands and knees searching, and these people are looking at their Smirnoff going, what is going on? So great. We had so much fun with it. So I did a lot of picks there. We were Wild Turkey's #1 private barrel customer in 2017. I did 21 barrels at Wild Turkey that year. We did so many private barrels, and I had such a large following on our private barrels. People really enjoyed the barrels we were selecting. So I got kind of bored picking barrels, if I'm being honest. I did over 200 barrels. And so I went to another place, and I was talking to the guy that was running it, and I said, would you let me do a blend? He said, sure, I don't care. I said, no kidding. I said, would you let me put it in a bottle that I wanted to put it in? He goes, I don't care, as long as we can figure it all out. And so that's how Old Baldy came to be. And so that was 2017's Bourbonard.com pound for pound of whiskey of the year. And so it was just a wild blend that I did on those, and it did really well. The second one had a line of 750 people camped out 24 hours trying to buy it. It was so much fun. We had a DJ there. We passed out donuts for breakfast. The police came and made us release early because there were so many people. It was just wild. Wow. So bourbon got really fun. And I started thinking to myself, well, if I can do this here, why can't I do this elsewhere? And so I started talking with some guys that were enthusiasts like me, and we put together a team and an investment team and started sourcing. And I thought about opening a distillery, and I thought about going that route. And the truth of the matter is that I'm an enthusiast. I've always been an enthusiast. The people that are on my team are all enthusiasts. We all love whiskey. We don't want to drink 4-year products. That's not what we're looking for. Nobody on my team is. So we went a different route than a lot of people do, and we went a little bit of the heavier route on the age and the viscosity and the boldness of the whiskey, and we found products that we wanted to drink ourselves and figured that everybody else might enjoy also drinking them. So that's how the first Old Stubborn came out to be, and the name was apropos. It just seemed to fit all of us. So it was a lot of fun. When we did Old Stubborn, at first I was so nervous. I didn't sleep for a week before that first release. You don't know what you don't know until you get there. And doing this type of work teaches you a lot of lessons in a hurry. And so, yeah, it got very nervous for me, and it went over. And when I tasted it the first time, and I tasted it, and I got that finish on the first time, I'm like, this will be fun. And
Yeah,
it did.
right.
It went over really, really well. And then the second time, I tried to change it up a little bit, do a little bit different, have a little bit of a different finish that isn't quite so hot for the people that enjoy a little bit softer finishes. So this release, I did all of them. When we're going to start with Old Swagger, what you're going to see is that is the most approachable whiskey that you've ever tasted. It's a 12-year MGP bottled in bond whiskey. It's their low rye version. It's incredibly soft. I always found that when I did tastings, especially with people that aren't necessarily as enthusiastic about whiskey as I am yet, a lot of times heat was an issue with them.
Yeah.
Heat always came up to be a major issue. It's so hot. It's so hot. It could be the softest whiskey in the world, and it was too hot to them because they're not used to drinking cask strength whiskeys, right? And so
Right.
I wanted to have a whiskey that would be out on the market that would be the first pour you reach for every night, not necessarily the last. And so what I came up with was what I think is a premium bottled in bond product. And what you're going to notice, this is a low rye bourbon. It was very close to 100 proof when we bottled it, so it has very little dilution. It is non-chill filtered, so
I love non-chill filter.
you don't see many in NCF BIBs. And what you're going to notice also is that it's so soft because of it being NCF. The other thing that you're going to notice with our bottles is that there is a lot of headspace in them. I did that intentionally.
Yeah.
One of the things I've learned about whiskey is how important oil is. And I know I'm gonna touch on a very sensitive and hot topic for you real quick. You've heard of the term neck port, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard of the term neck port. It's a highly debatable topic. I get it. The reason it's debatable is because it's astringency is what we're talking about. When we talk about astringency, we're talking about bitterness. Let's think about what happens to barrels when they sit in a rickhouse for years. They don't get moved. They don't get touched. They go into generalized layers inside that barrel. Oil always floats. Then you take that barrel and it gets ready to be bottled and it gets rolled down from the rickhouse. It gets squeezed through filtration. It gets air injected or gravity injected into a bottle up to 2 inches of headspace and immediately have a 3/4 inch cork shoved into that bottle. It puts immense pressure on the inside of the bottle. This is why you get a pop when you pull the cork out. What that pressure does is it temporarily suspends that whiskey in the state that it's in. Okay. So it's all jumbled up. It's been squeezed through micron. It's been all mixed up going in and injected in that bottle. And it gets temporarily suspended. And what that is astringency. So what happens is when you take that cork and you hear that popping noise and you pull it out, it takes all the pressure off the inside of that bottle. It allows the oils to rise in the bottle again, up to the upper third layer. This way, when you go to taste it, after a few weeks, you'll notice that it doesn't quite seem as bitter. That's the astringency. Not everybody can see that is because some whiskeys are already chill filtered. They're not going to have the same effect as a non-chill filtered whiskey will in that regards. So what I did with these bottles is I pushed the limit to the max that the TTB would allow me to do. Actually, I went just a hair under it just so there wouldn't be any arguments. And I took that pressure off the inside of the bottle. That's why it's ready to drink right away. You don't need a week or two for it to be ready. It's the same it's going to be now as it's going to be then.
Wow.
It was a fun experiment, and it came out to be exactly the way I thought it was going to be.
So I don't know if I ever used this off of a note as far as an aroma, but this is a clean nose, if you know what I mean. There's nothing rough about it. This is very clean, very, very pure, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very pure. And it's 100 proof, right? Yeah. The bottled in bond.
Man, this settles in nicely. I know we're talking about, and we usually do questions. If you don't mind, we jump in every now and then when Chad is asking some questions. So I know we're definitely talking about Old Swagger right now. John Shank asks, "Hi Ed, very interested in the OS1 weeded. Could you maybe expound upon that? Speak about that."
Sure. So the weeded Old Stubborn, what you're going to notice with these barrels, I believe I even sent you a weeded bourbon. If I remember correctly, to try out of the single barrels. The weeded ones we did for the first batch, I really tried to focus on the finish heavily on that one. So I went with very high viscosity bourbons. And then I also I wanted to balance the heat aspect of it. The weeders tend to be, when you're dealing pot still whiskey, they tend to be a little bit hot. It's not like it is in a column. but the viscosity is much higher in a pot still than it is in a column. You're gonna taste tomorrow. It lasts forever. So when we did the Old Stubborn or the Old Stubborn one, I went through. Gosh, I pulled samples from over 60 barrels to come up with that, with the 12 barrels we did for that blend, the 11 barrels we did for that blend. It was fantastic. It was a lot of fun, but being my first release and also being a blend and it being a little bit of a different style wheated bourbon than what most people are used to, I lost a few extra hairs off of my already missing hairs.
All right.
This
I just tasted it.
yeah.
Shit, dude, this is great. This is freaking awesome.
I'm really glad to make it.
This is like a candy in the mid palate.
Yeah.
Well, as far as like entry wise,
Yeah. I mean
you can. This is now. I hate saying crushable on a premium bottle, right? But you can get in trouble on this pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's crushable.
Definitely crushable. I don't know if I want to crush. So real quick, SRP wise, what are we looking at? Something like with Old Swagger?
With Old Swagger's $174.99.
Okay.
And then Old Stubborn's $249.99.
Okay. I don't know if I want to crush the Old 74 in a night, but maybe I'll wait for like a celebratory or maybe the friends that I like, right? And I will say this: the friends that know bourbon, right? I think this is great for them to try for a next level. Someone getting into bourbon, go ahead and sip it. But come back to me when you really appreciate what you're tasting. That's how I look at it.
Great, because I always had people that wanted to be excited about whiskey, but it's so hard to get them in on a premium side when they don't understand what they're tasting because they're so concerned about how hot it is.
right.
So with this release, I really tried to hit the spectrum all the way across the board for everybody. You have the nice soft Old Swagger. You got the big bull in the China shop, Old Stubborn, right behind it.
Yeah.
So they're completely opposites. One's a column distillate, one's a pot still. One's a wheated bourbon, one's a traditional bourbon. They're just as opposite as they can be to try to make it so that everybody has the opportunity to taste something they enjoy. I really tried to hit the whole spectrum.
My other question now is going to be, and I saw that's in chat right now, is when is this available and what kind of I would imagine this is what kind of run did you get out of these barrels? Like what's available?
So on these, we have both of the releases are just about equal in size. Old Swagger has 1,523 bottles, and Old Stubborn has 1,508.
Okay.
We keep things small and tight because that's what we focus on to be able to control as much of it as possible. When you
I know that on the last release.
When you start really blending huge batches of whiskey, they lose their identity. It's the truth. They end up with just some generalized flavor. That's the way it's going to be forever. I'm small batch. I'm very small. I pick very small amounts. The stuff that I put out is ready now. I'm not trying to sell you something later. I'm trying to tell you if you want to get it now. Unfortunately, Old Stubborn isn't even being made anymore. The still's not even there for them to make it anymore. So, it's not. Once it's gone, it's gone. You see all the people coming in behind me. I'm in Revival.
Okay, no, we love Revival. We were going to come down and join you, but the problem is, and granted, people in chat understand this. We do not have the best luck when it comes to audio and video, and I'm telling you, we would have had a muted show. We would have had a great conversation, but no one else would have enjoyed it because they couldn't hear Jack. So I hope you can understand that. We're not that far from where you're at, but
we have our own problems in our own studio. We've done Tuesday shows for a half hour and there's been no audio.
Yeah. So can people get this on now? Because they were saying that Steel Box was already sold out.
I'm walking outside, baby.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
A little bit quieter out here. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I think the internet might be a little weak.
Uh-oh.
All right, we'll get him back here in a second. But my point is that this is damn good. First of all, I needed to ask him. Oh, there you are.
There you are. Sorry, I was trying to go outside, but apparently the Wi-Fi doesn't reach there.
Yeah, no, you're fine right now. So Sealbox apparently sold out in minutes on both. Is that correct?
So I talked to Blake about that, and what he had was for his. He has a list of people that are ultra good customers of his, and he allowed a pre-sale of a portion of their bottles today.
Okay.
And so those people, they bought it out in less than 20 minutes. It was gone fast.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you that both Sealbox and Bourbon Concierge and all the Kentucky retailers are releasing tomorrow. Get them if you can. Get out and get them right away because they're not going to last long.
No, they're not. Did you have the same amount of bottles on 2 as on this one, or is this less than Old Stubborn 2?
So it's a hair more, just a little bit more.
That didn't last long either, and I ended up getting a backup bottle, and I went through that too, and I have this much left of the backup bottle. Now I'm just staring at it. It was so damn good. Whoa.
It's just one of those things you want to hit it, but that's all you got.
You don't want to hit it. The problem is, there's no more left, and that's the problem. And what a great problem to have. And
it's the truth. And the worst part is they're not making it anymore, so it's really not anymore left.
Now, I mean, where was this distilled?
West Virginia.
West Virginia, okay.
Yep. So the way it works is as a sourcing person, if you buy directly from the source, they have an NDA that you sign and you're not allowed to disclose it. If you buy it from a middle guy, you don't have an NDA and you can disclose it. So you're paying more to find out who the source is if you look at it like that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Silly Yorkie's asking, where do these oils come from? I don't know if she's asking that or is she asking as far as makeup
oil. So when you make pasta, right, and you put a little oil in your pasta water before it starts boiling, there's a big clump of oil right there in the front, right?
Yeah.
And then when that water starts boiling, where's all that oil go?
Dissipates into the
steam. Right. A lot of it goes right into the steam. It's carried through the steam, which is the same thing that happens with whiskey. It goes through the still and into the white dog. So some of the white dog is oily, and then you also have natural oak oils as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Fatty acids are the other part that are a big part. Lipids.
Let's see.
So Gandy, yes, available tomorrow on the websites that Ed just mentioned. Gandy's a local, so Gandy, you can wrap the Revival tomorrow. They're having I believe a launch party tomorrow, right?
I think Revival's sold out of theirs already. They're completely sold out. However, they pre-sold their entire allocation. Jeez. However, Gallenstein's have it at Uncorked. They have it also at Stadium Liquor, and I'd highly advise going there. And Party Source also has it. If you're in Middle Lexington, Liquor Barn has it. And then if you're down in Elizabethtown area, John O's has it as well. Be another great place to go.
I know I've been more. So
tell Alan I said hello.
All right. Well, ready to move on to Old Stubborn?
I'm still enjoying this, but yes, I do, because I've been looking forward to this Old Stubborn for a while.
Yeah.
After I had the 2, I'm like, dude, I can't wait till I don't know when the 3 is going to come out, but
which barrel did they send you?
Let's see. SBO2W.
So you got a weeder.
Yep.
So I made it really easy for people. I put it on the tube, whether it's a wheated bourbon or a traditional bourbon. But on top of that, we also made it really easy on the barrel numbers. The last letter will tell you if it's a wheated bourbon or a traditional bourbon. So
okay.
It's a W or it's a B. So that was a wheated bourbon.
Yep. And this one's coming in at 65.64 proof. It's 135.
Silly Yorkie, I'm not trying to create more FOMO for you, but you mentioned that if Ed's bottles taste anything like his words speak to you, your bottles have to be incredible. I ain't gonna lie, we haven't had Old Stubborn 2 yet, but I had Old Swagger. That's freaking phenomenal. I'm still stuck on my last Old Stubborn. I went through 2 of those bad boys. Granted, I paid a hefty price for it, but sometimes you pay for what you get for sometimes, and honestly, in life. And I was in a position where I could do that, and that was great.
This one is 131.28 proof.
There was quite a few of them in the 130s. There was, but even the low proofers are just knockout good. The 117, the 118, unbelievable.
So David B, he's in Louisville. He saw Johnny O's this morning.
Yep, they got their shipment in, so it should be released in the morning.
Okay.
If John O put it out, he put it out. There's not much I can do. But
Oh man. All
we
right.
told everybody it's hard sometimes to get a full message across the board.
So one thing I will say is, in all honesty, I was very surprised on your Old Stubborn 2, and I keep on harping back on that. 'Cause I loved it so much. Pot still, that's something that people can really screw up.
It's so temperamental.
Yeah.
Pot stills are, oh my gosh. The column stills are the consistency stills. Pot stills are the Wild West.
Yeah, because I've had more bad pot stills than I've had good ones. How's that?
I think a lot of it has to do with the type of still, because pot stills can come in all different shapes and sizes.
I'm sorry. Freaking nose is it's fantastic. Good God. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I lost it. Go ahead. Good God, dude. This is.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a nose or what? I mean, it's amazing you can get all this stuff out of a nose.
Well, I mean,
Jesus.
and just the color. I mean, the dark. I mean, that's
every one of them's a little bit different. There's some of those short barrels. So that one you got was actually one of the short barrels. Those things are like coffee.
Yeah, because I can't even see your emblem.
Can't see through the bottle. Yeah,
you can't see through the bottle.
So Brett and I joked about that when we were doing the bottles, right? And I was designing it, and we were both looking at it through just water, right, just to see how it looked. And it never even dawned on me that whiskey's dark and I wouldn't be able to see it. And then when we go through it, I'm like, oh man, some of this whiskey's gonna be too dark. We're not even gonna see it. Then I started thinking, well, bird or no bird is going to start being a thing now with the bottles. Bird or no bird.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Wow. Man, oh man, the nose on that is it's
like grapey.
Yeah,
I get dark fruits.
Yeah, and it's just all over. I mean, there's just so much. Man, and it doesn't. You don't get the proof on the nose either. You don't get that ethanol. You don't get that hit. It's just there.
Ethanol's young whiskey.
Yeah.
So here's what's unique about this. I really like this a lot. It's hard to do. You could hardly do this in the blind because you could just pick this out in the blind. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like familiar to me to other bourbons that I've had where I could say, all right, you know, whatever. I could be like, I could pick this out of a 10 blind.
The color would help you alone.
Well, that too. But the uniqueness of this thing.
Oh my God.
It's all over the place. It's like dancing in your mouth.
What is that I'm getting? It's more like some kind of a. Does that come some kind of like a baking spice on the back end? Some. Man, I can't even explain that. That is like. To
me, I get a lot of. I get it transposed from the nose to the palate. I get a lot of dark fruits.
Yeah, it's kind of like a.
But it's like a. I wouldn't say tangy, but it's like a. If you had told me this is like a dusty bottle, right? I'd be like, all right, we got something going on. This is like something
going on with my Wi-Fi or your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so I'm sure they are.
Yeah. But it is delicious. This is just delicious.
Well, I'm not trying to plug this in, but only to say that if you guys want to try a sample of this on the show, the $5 super chat, have at it. I might do a $5 super chat myself.
Hold on a minute, I'm sending you one.
Well, and it's funny too because when we first started talking and we were trying to get things scheduled, and as everybody knows, we kept going through rescheduling and rescheduling. Just the issues you were having with the labeling, and then getting to bottles, I can see now that it makes all perfect sense.
Yeah, it was so hard dealing with the bottles. The labels, when we got the bottles, they had to. When you're doing the bottles, the way they changed the fill level is by squeezing the size of the bottle in. So when we first had the sample set, their fill level was a hair too low to be in compliance with TTP. So we had to change that. The problem was they sent one of those bottles to the marketing team for the labels, and so the labels were made for that, and then they changed the actual thickness of the walls, not the thickness, but the
Yeah.
wideness of the bottle, and it put bubbles into the labels when you put the labels on there. So many things you don't know until you get there, type thing, right?
Yeah.
And so we had to have the labels completely redone and reprinted after they'd already been printed, and that's what the extra delay was. But now that we went through it one time, we have the template for them, and we're set, and that's never going to be an issue again. So.
Yeah.
So my last, I'm gonna tell you, my last sip I had, I don't know, about 45 seconds ago. I'm gonna say right now, the finish is still going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, good God, dude. Were you like surprised? Were you like, oh man, dude, I nailed it? Right?
Yeah, that barrel particularly, I absolutely love that barrel, but I loved all the barrels. Don't get me wrong. So what I told the guys when they first came here, and they came to Revival there was a group of guys that are influencer guys also, and so there was all the barrels here open for them to try, and they literally got to try every single barrel. And what I told them is the way I would look at this is try not to figure out which one is the best. Try to understand why I chose each one, because they're all good. And that's the truth. Every single one of these is great. Even if they're a little different than the other one, it's still a fantastic barrel. And so
no, that's a great way of looking at it. And then explain one more time. I know Gandy had asked too. Yes, Gandy, they do have different batches dropping. Am I understanding that correct?
So it's not batches, they're single barrels.
Or single barrels, sorry, single barrels.
Yeah, so we have 15 individual barrels. There's 3 founders barrels and 12 individual barrels. And then we also have the old swagger. So you have the potential of having one of 16 different bottles.
Can you imagine having all 16 of them?
Wow.
I mean, there's no way. You are probably the only person who has all 16, but
I don't have all 16.
Well, I mean, when you sent me that picture last night, and we talked about maybe coming down, and you said he's opened a bottle for each barrel, and I was like, that's 16 bottles sitting there. I'm like, what do you mean? How many barrels are we looking at here? So he had every one of them opened.
He has them all open now.
Yeah,
so he actually
Kevin C. and Wayne were down there. I saw them post a couple things today.
He has them all open for tomorrow, and he's gonna let everybody try them all tomorrow for the release.
Wow. So are these available now? Is Brad? Does he have stuff behind the bar where people can come there for a pour?
Yeah, he has all of them open. Literally
so
every
guys. So here's what I'm going to suggest to people who really want to try this. So we have a new riff meetup on Saturday. I would suggest people leave a little early, stop by Revival,
yes,
and get yourself a pour. They'll be open on your way to the. Honestly, that'd be a great way to start off the day.
Yeah, it would.
Honestly, and I mean they have other stuff too.
It might ruin the day.
It might, yeah, it could go downhill from there. But yeah, I would highly recommend to stop by Revival on the way to the meetup.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it'd be a great way to try these pours. Now you may not be able to get it, but nevertheless.
I'm going to tell you that there's one barrel in particular that's 142 proof. That there were 17 bottles in that barrel.
Oh.
If you want to taste it, come here early tomorrow and taste it. Come taste it. Be here at 7. At 7 in the evening, but because it's probably not going to make it through tomorrow night.
Wow. So they open tomorrow at 7 p.m. Okay.
So Keith is asking, what should I buy tomorrow? Swagger or Stubborn? If you have the opportunity, if I'm being honest, Keith, I know you well enough, dude. Buy both of them. Like, quit messing around, and just you're gonna have FOMO, whichever one you don't buy. If I'm being honest, right?
Yeah.
If I gotta be honest, I have no shame. I'm gonna buy both of them if I get my hands on it. I'm gonna go hunting tomorrow.
Are you?
Oh yeah. I gotta take a half day off work tomorrow. I'm telling you, dude. These bottles are. I mean, because these bottles, we are so grateful for you sending this to us.
Yeah.
But Jeff and I know. Well, Jeff and I know Jeff and I, meaning that we're gonna have to get it back up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Absolutely. I mean, because we're going to be coming in here and we'll be looking like the old Swagger 2 and just, gnawing at it, going,
Old Swagger 2.
Or old Swagger,
sorry.
Yeah. Wanting to hit that and we can't because we don't have any more. So, yeah, we're going to have to come up with a way to get.
So I can't remember. Is this an annual release or you do it when you can?
Usually by twice a year. That's what we've been pushing for, is twice a year. We ran into a delay with this one because of packaging, and I may run into a slight delay on the next one just because of packaging and everything going on with overseas. I got to
Yeah.
get tubes in, and tubes getting in are going to be my issue. So I'm working
So-
on them.
so-
I already got barrels selected for the next release. It's just a matter of how soon I can get the parts in to be able to put it together to get it out.
Yeah, and you mentioned the tubes. I mean, these are pretty cool tubes too. I probably hardly see them on here, but yeah, the old stubborn is just kind of like the other.
I gotta ask you something. Hold on, let me get.
Yeah, but the old swagger, I love that tube. But we got to looking at these, the old stubborn too.
Dude, this is like a mini me. What the heck, right?
But
Dude, that thing is humongous.
I told my investor crew that I wanted to do tubes again because we were changing a bottle. And they said, that bottle's pretty big. I said, it'll be okay. And then when the tube came in and I stuck it next to the one like you did, they're like, what in the world?
That is ginormous.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
huge.
But I get why, because of the topper. But so yeah, so understandably, this is all I got left. And I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try one day to drink it all. I just don't know if I have the heart to do it just yet. and the thing is, that's where my palate is, and that's where we're past the legacy stuff. And granted, we wouldn't be where we're at without the legacy people, right?
Sure.
To get to where we're at, and our palates have grown. I'm in something like, you know what, dude, give me something I have not had before.
Right.
And
Now,
that's what you do, and you have that reputation for that. So, of course, we're going to buy things from you that basically are sight unseen, but we're still going to buy it from you because you have a great track record. So, kudos to you.
Thank you. It's an adventure for me. When I got with Brad at Cork and Bottle, we were able to open one of the first vintage shops in Kentucky at Cork and Bottle. We had a speakeasy there, and we had an opportunity to try a lot of things, and I mean a lot of things. So I got kind of bored with the traditional stuff, and I'm like looking for something wild. I want something unique, something different, but still good. So I started really paying attention to the structure of whiskey more than the flavors. Like whenever you hear reviewers say they'll talk about all the flavors they're pulling out, but you never hear anybody talk about the structure of the whiskey.
Yeah. Is
the nose strong? Is it weak? How's the mid palate? Does it hit a high note? Is it low? Is it oily? Does it drag out the finish? Is a full mouth tingle? Is it kind of just a tingle on the tip of your tongue or on the sides of your tongue? What's that telling my mouth? All those things matter. And so when I got with whiskey, I got kind of bored with all the traditional stuff too. You know what I mean? It's like I've had so many of the same things so many times. How different can it be when it's not?
Right.
I want something unique. I want something that has the structure I like, but has different flavors than what I'm used to tasting. And so that's when I started really getting wild. And the pot still stuff was not on my radar until I started really trying these barrels and I saw how unique each one was. I'm like, I can work with this. This is something I think is awesome. And so I took a chance on it, and it's paid off pretty well for us. Come out with some very nice products.
Keith has said that, I own both bourbons available online at Party Source right now. So, yes, Keith, I mean, who are you joking, dude? You're getting both of them, dude. Come on now. So, he's not kidding anybody. Silly Yorkie, as much as you have talked in this whole chat and you are drooling over these things, I can be your mule if I find enough for the both of us. Ain't gonna lie, and I'm just being, dude. Silly York. I'm just being straight up honest. If I find just one, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. But if I find multiples, I will definitely reach out to you. I'm the kidding, sort of. But anyway, so we'll hopefully figure something out where I can mule something to you. But man, you have man, I can't talk enough about you've hit it on all levels when it comes to premium, and that's what you're going for. So premium, sometimes I get it. It's not for everybody, and I get all that. That's not their journey at the moment. That's where, fortunately for me, that's where I'm at. And when I can find something like that, I definitely geek up over that.
Yeah.
On this particular barrel, you say there's different age statements on these. How do I tell what the age of this barrel is?
I intentionally didn't do that, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't put them on each bottle. It would have created a nightmare for my distributors and for the people selling it but it also put an unfair advantage on specific barrels that didn't need an advantage.
Okay.
They're all good. Like every one of these barrels was selected because it's ready now, not because it was going to be ready later. So I gave you a range. Every one of them fits. It's 11 to 14 years old, every single one of them. You're not going to be able to tell by color because I'm telling you right now, there's several short barrels in the mix that look like coffee. Just enjoy the whiskeys. They're 11 to 14.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely will. But I was curious, but I understand that too. I mean, you don't want to give, like you said, certain barrels advantages over others when it don't need to be. So, yeah.
So, just to recap here, like if someone would come into my house and say, "Give me something, whatever," and we're going through these bourbons, as I do, I got to have you try something. If they're a novice, I would definitely give them Old Swagger and make them understand what a premium bourbon is,
Right.
but yet it's not going to have them stay away from it. But Old Stubborn, hey Brad, what's going on, buddy?
What up? We've had
Dude,
a cast of characters in our shop today.
I'm sorry.
We just had my bottle shop's like Cheers, and so there's just been a cast of characters up in here ever since Ed walked in. It's just been you've just been sitting here talking to him while I'm running this 8,000 square foot shop.
So, in case anybody doesn't know, in chat, this is Brad from Revival Spirits. Why don't you tell them real quick where you guys are at and how can somebody come see you? And I know you guys are at a new location too.
Yeah, you got it. Our main shop we're filming at right now is in Covington, Kentucky. We're connected to one of the nicest hotels in the state, Hotel Covington. So when you come down, if you're staying from out of town, look them up, and then you can come down in your bathrobe and enjoy this place.
Well, you know what?
That'd be an interesting.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting thing. We were talking about bathrobes the other day on this channel a couple weeks ago about having some Bourbon and Ballz bathrobes. That's another day for another story. Maybe we'll come down and try that out and see if you think that holds up.
We got our full bottle shop here and a full bar. We're doing vintage mixed drinks, new mixed drinks, beer and wine, and then you can do new and old history tastings. And upstairs, you can buy bottles from World War I to today, and we have another tasting bar up there that's more vintage focused. There's a little new but more old, and then down here there's a little vintage but more new. And so on each floor, it's like it's like Willy Wonka's Wonderland of spirits. And so if you thought you knew spirits before you came here, once you leave, you really know it.
Yeah.
So for those who I was asking Ed, for those who want to come down, so we have a meetup on Saturday, and I'm encouraging people to maybe leave a little early, and then maybe stop by your shop and they can try these pours behind the bar. What do they go for if and when they do come in to see you?
We're trying to share them with as many people as possible. So I'm doing $5 a quarter ounce to just share it with everybody and just get it in people's mouths, I guess. So we try not to be a museum, but we have a business to run, and I wish I could just give it all away, but yeah, just we're having fun with it, man. It's cool. It's crazy just sitting here with him now and, seeing this come to fruition, and it's a third release, and there's not a bigger, fan than the guy right here of Ed, and super proud of him. And it's cool. Like we're both doing what we love, and it's not work, so.
Yeah.
So Brad, real quick, you guys have known each other for quite some time. You want to explain that?
Yeah, Ed met me back in like 2017, and we just hit it off like we'd been brothers for a long time. And I was super passionate about vintage spirits, and he saw it, and he gave me my first legal avenue to do it. And the law for Kentucky changed in 2018, and we were the first in the state of Kentucky before anybody, January 1st at midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever, selling bottles and buying bottles, and haven't really looked back. And we kind of split from cork and bottle, but stayed together. And, we're reunited, carrying his spirit here. And I learned a lot from him, and I think he learned a little from me, but, it's life's short, man. If you can do what you love, it's not work. So we're having fun with it.
Yeah. And I tell you what, with this third iteration and then Old Swagger to me is probably one of the best premium entry bottles, if I could say it that way, that I could maybe describe to somebody. The problem is I give this to somebody, then they're gonna think, well, this is the way it should always taste. No, dude, that's not the way it works. You're just, you know, in the presence of a pretty damn good bottle. And unfortunately, there's only 1,500 of these bad boys, and you just got to hurry up and get them. But no, Ed, I'll tell you what, dude, you have a home run for this stuff.
Thank you.
You know, the only thing that I would say is I wish it was on a grander scale, but you explained to us why you don't do that, and I can appreciate that. So for those
on the grandest scale in the history of the world, right here at Revival.
By the way, too, Brad, I'm gonna try that. I would imagine you still have that Carboy left as far as with the
little drip.
Yeah,
it might not be after tonight. I got a special shirt on. There's a 7 Strong brand. They created a shirt brand during COVID, and they flew in all their top buyers basically, and so a T-shirt company is celebrating here right now while we're sitting here. But yeah, I mean, maybe the Carboy will last tonight. We'll see. So
you're almost out of that.
Yeah, dude. In 6 weeks, we've shot out 10 bottles. We probably have a half a bottle left. So when you do $40 a quarter ounce on 111-year-old whiskey, and you know, I would say anyone else in the country would want to make $250,000 off that jug. We were, you know, we'll probably do like 25 or 30K off of it, but we paid a ton for it, and we shared it with like 700 people. So.
So for those who don't,
I twisted everybody's arm that came in, but yeah, man, you go to New York, Chicago, LA, Bardstown Bourbon Company, you're looking at $1,000 a pour. So we're pretty much running a charity for the community. Everybody's welcome to come through our door. Money doesn't matter. As long as you just like spirits, we won't talk politics, and we have fun.
No, and I would encourage everybody to follow Brad in the shop on Facebook, because you guys do run some very cheap pours.
We do deals every day, but I feel like it's already pretty fair, our pricing.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's very aggressive, and we don't want money. You know, bourbon's become a boat, and unless you have a friend with one, you can't get on. So we're the cruise ship for the community to come in here, and there's no reservation needed. You just come on down, and you're like a king and queen.
That's pretty good analogy.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. So, Ed, I would imagine, like for you, I'm sure you've gotten offers to go elsewhere to work for people, and maybe you're not that guy that wants to work for somebody. You want to be your own guy. Would that be a fair statement?
I mean, I'm an owner here, so I mean, I don't know what I would do to help. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all in it together. Like, if somebody reached out for advice or something on a business, and you know, I think it's no better compliment, you know, to give them some advice. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe consulting could be in my future, but it's not right now.
Yeah. And what about you, Ed? I would imagine same question to you is that I mean, you can go wherever you want to go, probably name your price, but you kind of do your own thing, right?
Yeah, I do. I kind of do my own thing. I also work up in Michigan too, but that's for a totally separate deal. But yeah, no, I've been growing this brand and the Rising Tide for a few years now. We're growing pretty well.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you guys' time. I think we're gonna have a few more. You guys will have a few more visits, at least tomorrow and Saturday. At least I can say, especially for our coming up meetup. But I can't thank you enough. Words cannot express how thankful we are for sharing these bottles with us. Brad, that's like a special guest now. That's cherry on top of Brad being on.
I was planning on sitting with him the whole time, and then we had this guy Bingle Jim. He's got like 250,000 followers for the Bengals. He rolled through. Molly Wellman came through. We had Delgardo's cannoli owner in here, and then I have a 7 Strong, like the owners of a T-shirt brand. I mean, I got Ed, the owner of Rising Tide.
Yeah, you do. And I saw you had Gaff.
I never know who's gonna roll in this place.
You had Gaffigan in a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hoot, man. You know, such a classy, awesome dude. He's so freaking funny too. We got to spend 4 hours with him and opened a bottle, and then he pro bono put it on all of his social media, the cracking. So if you have nothing to do with your time, look up Revival and Jim Gaffigan and watch The Funniest Man Alive.
Yeah. So how was his juice, if I may add? If I may ask?
You know, it's really solid, man. The price is pretty high, but you know, you can come here and taste it for cheap and make your own mind up. We have it on the bar, and it's under $10, and you can try it. So
okay,
yeah, it's pretty expensive, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. He's got a big, he's got 3 million followers on X, and before his comedy shows, he's, you know, pitching people about his bottle. So like, people just like him, and I don't see him having a problem selling it because he's funny as shit, and people just want to support him. And you know, I don't know if the price matches the bottle. I mean, I guess you could say the same about this too, right?
No, I don't think about
it's
that
all-
one. This one,
It's all relevant.
I'm buying a pair of it when we get offline
Mine
tonight.
doesn't fit in the ass pocket. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
right. No, I mean, people buy what's important to them. I found that out pretty quick doing this, and I think we've all cut down on spending a little bit in the past few years. But at the end of the day, I mean, after seeing Ed's release, I mean, we had to double our allocation from the distributor, and we still didn't meet the demand. So it's freaking amazing. I couldn't be more happy for this guy. So.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you bring up a good point as far as people aren't spending as much. What I do now, I just kind of I set back and then I just patiently wait for that bottle that I want, right?
Yeah.
And now, and this is the prime example for patiently waiting and not getting every single bottle that you really want. So, you know, I feel pretty kudos to me for waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. All right. Well, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. Brad, we'll see more of each other. We're going to have you solo at one point and talk more about what you guys do. And
ready for a TED Talk any second.
All right. Very good. Awesome. Ed, keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Thank you.
You hit a home run, if not more than that. I can't be more excited for you.
For sure.
Absolutely wonderful bottle.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you much. Appreciate you.
We'll catch you guys next time.
All right. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Man, I almost did. I almost pressed end stream.
Don't want to do that.
Dude.
Man, oh man. Let me tell you what, people. You know, we're huge McBrayer fans. There is no doubt about that.
Correct.
We love the Judge Batch 5. We love all the, but I'm going to tell you, this is going to give it a hell of a run for Bourbon of the Year.
And even me, I will say that too.
Yeah, I mean, no, I hope, Bill, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but yeah, this is very, very good.
Yeah, and I think a lot of bourbons are good for different occasions.
Yeah.
This bourbon is if I was going to some sort of freaking black tie affair, and you wanted to have a black tie kind of a bourbon. This is
classy, very subtle, nice mouthfeel, just delicious bourbon. I mean,
so Keith asked a question earlier in a super chat, which we do. When I'll go back to super chats, which I appreciate everybody super chat tonight. He had asked, I think he asked, as far as which one would I buy. It depends on what you want it for, right? This definitely a long, very, very long finish.
Yes.
And it's complex.
Very complex.
This to me is elegant in a way where 100 proof, I don't know if I could tell you there's been another 100 proofer that I've ever had that is as good as this. I'm just being honest.
I don't
This
think
might be the best 100 proof I've ever had.
Yeah, I would say that it probably is probably the best 100 proof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I just hit this again, and that finish, I still can't.
Dude, are you gonna like cry?
No, I still can't get it. It's some kind of it's almost like a nutmeg kind of, some kind of baking spice. I don't want to say clove. But
It's unique. I can't compare it to something else that I've had.
I know you can't. And when he was talking about the structure, I know exactly what he's talking about because it hit all over the place. You take a sip of it and it hits on the front end and it hits you in the back end and then the finish. Oh my gosh. Just unreal.
It is unreal.
And, in full disclosure, I received these today at, just before noon.
Yeah. He gave full disclosure. Yes.
Yeah. Ed gave us these bottles to share and to sample and have it for the show tonight. Would you like some more?
Yeah. Kind of a swagger.
You want a swagger?
Yeah. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go back to the swagger.
Okay. Where's your swagger glass over there? And I also get too on what he was saying about the neck pour, and
that's interesting. It was good to hear from someone who's a professional, right, and kind of explain maybe the science behind it as far as why. I guess we kind of knew already, but he put it in better terms than what I ever could. But man, it was. That was a great guess. So another kudos to Jeff for doing this. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I'm getting super chats in right now.
No, and like I said, Ed and I have been chatting back and forth for months.
Oh, for at least 6 months.
Yeah. Just because of the issues he was having with getting the barrels, getting the bottles. Then once he got the bottles, then it was the labels, and then it was getting them off the boat. There was something with coming from overseas, and yeah, there was all kind of issues.
Well, you kind of see why now, right?
We do see why.
That bottle's freaking.
Yeah.
The bottle matches the taste, folks.
And I don't know if I can get where's your phone at? I was gonna say, put your camera on your light on your phone. And
I'll see if I can shine it through.
Shine it through there, yeah.
I don't know if people can see that or not.
I mean,
yeah, they can.
Hard,
yeah, you see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
There's his emblem of rising tide, and then this one.
You can't
Yeah, good luck. You can't even see that.
That one is so dark.
That's too dark. It's like coffee.
Yeah. Very unique and very well worth your super chat.
Yeah, and then also, like I said, $5 for a quarter ounce pour. If you guys are by the meetup on Saturday, I would strongly suggest you guys go down there.
Yeah. Yep. And you funny, man. You mentioned about getting Revival on the show, and we've been actually trying to work on that. So.
And I believe
before I forget, next.
Hold on real quick. We reached our goal.
We did.
So here's what that means. We reached our super chat goal.
Okay. So
what that means is they can substitute out. Obviously, they're not going to substitute out any of these.
These two, right?
What was the other two?
The other two was the Evernorth Rye, the Essence.
We just got that in, by the way. We haven't even cracked it open yet.
Nope.
This was Gandy's pick.
Yes, it was.
And 21090.
21090, yeah.
So that's included. This is 21090's barrel pick, and the Old Grand Down 16. So because we reached our goal, which you guys are freaking awesome. You guys can take one out and then pick anything on the shelf.
Or if you want a double of one of these, you could do that. Right?
You are out of your mind.
Oh, am I? I'm sorry.
I guess we're doing that now. That's what I would do now. I would rather double up on these.
I would double up on one of them, yeah. You only do one, though, right? You can only switch out one.
I think I'm on a super chat.
You can only swap out one of these with something else. That'd be totally up to you.
All right, let's do the free giveaway.
Before I forget, next week we have Whiskey Thief.
Can I just say, It just seems like it cannot get any better every week. This was fantastic.
Well, we knew this month was going to be something. I mean, you got Ed Bley tonight. We got Whiskey Thief next week. We got Copperworks the following. And then we got Silver Belly with Maddie Jackson.
And maybe a surprise guest.
Maybe a surprise guest.
Depends how he's feeling.
Depends on how he feels. Yeah.
I think at this point, you all know who we're talking about.
Yep. I hope so. Same last name as Maddie, but.
Yeah. And he might have a guitar in his hand.
He might. And have a Silver Belly hat. But anyway.
Take one down and pass it around. All right. So let's do the free giveaway.
All right.
Corn and Whiskey, thank you for doing a $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you. I'm telling you, whoever wins this thing.
Yeah, this is the this is for the hashtag balls, correct?
Correct. If you're not in it, get in it.
So yeah, you get 2 JT Mellick pours, the Kentucky Wild Cask pour, and the Milam and Green bottled in bond pour. And those are all. And if you notice, we've kind of done something a little different on this back wall here.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Very good.
This bottom shelf.
Let me take this off screen. Remove.
All right. This bottom shelf back here is kind of highlighting a lot of the different distilleries that we've already talked to. You got Buzzards Roost, got JT Mellick. Yeah, our very first one, Northside Distilling.
Yes, that was our very first interview we ever done with the distillery.
Yep.
But now we have enough where we have filled out a whole entire shelf.
Yep.
So it just celebrates that. But if you guys notice on this shelf,
yes, it's our
Patreon shelf.
Yep.
So we're about to do a Patreon
for the birthday
for the birthday pours. Yeah,
right.
Correct. You all get to pick off of that.
Right.
or we pick off of that, whatever that is.
Yeah, we pick off of that for them. But if they what is it they pick their own? I can't remember. There's so many.
I forget. We have so many things going on. But anyways, that's the Patreon shelf. We will update it as we go along throughout the year.
Yep.
As you see right now, it could change every week. It could change every month. It depends on there, but you kind of see the theme of it, where if you're a Patreon member, you will get a chance. Well, actually, everybody ends up getting a chance.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because every time we roll, the name will be taken off.
Yes.
And then that way everybody has a chance to win.
Yeah, and especially if your birthday, you get a birthday pour.
Right. Exactly.
So, all right, very good. All right, let's add this to the stage. We have 30 people, I believe. Let's roll this. Let's get this going. Hold on.
God, oh my God, this whole swagger or stuff, a little stubborn,
yeah.
whatever. Oh my God.
It's fantastic. You can write this part down. Tammy, I know
Tommy.
I swear to God, man.
Sorry, Tammy. I had to do it.
Tammy, that's karma there.
So Tammy wins the hashtag balls tonight. Is she here? Got to be here. Come on. Hey, welcome there, Stan. Just now seeing
So,
you.
Silly Yorkie, you said need to put that old stubborn old swagger up there. You might be right, but quite frankly, we didn't do it tonight because we didn't know how this was going to go.
Right.
Because we didn't like it.
Yeah.
Then it's not going to go up there.
Right.
But, I mean, we kind of knew we were going to like it, but
yeah,
we just want to make sure.
Yes. There she is. I thought so. Yeah, there's.
All right, good. Very good. She's here.
All right. Congrats,
so
Tammy.
she gets that.
We will get that out to you.
Next,
do we have our address? If we go ahead and send us an email with your address at bourbonandballz.gmail.com, just so that we've got it. I think we do, but yeah, you never know.
All right, the next one, real quick, we're going to do the Patreon drawing.
Okay, this is for the 12 bottle blind tasting that we did. It's part of our quarterly tasting.
Correct.
This theme of this one was all 100.
Tammy said just bring it Saturday.
Tammy, bring it Saturday. All right.
She'll be at that
Gotcha.
meetup. So I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Well, just that the theme for the tasting that we had for this past quarter was all 100 proofers. So every one of these samples are 100 proof bourbons. Some of them are really, really good. Some of them are okay, but it's a blind, and we're
going to send it to you.
Yep. And then
we'll email you the answers.
Right.
Yes.
And Stan, I have not cracked that rare breed yet. I just haven't had a chance to get to it. That barrel proof rare breed.
All right. I need a greater number than 5 for a shuffle.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's spin.
Patreon, who's going to get it?
Tanko.
All right.
All right. We get that. Wow.
And David, I believe we might want to just go ahead and send us an email with your address, bourbonandballz@gmail.com, just so that we got it. I think we do, but again, you never know. And for those of you that are not Patreon members and were wondering how you can get in, we do have a Bourbon and Ballz 24 on Patreon.
I believe so.
Our page, and minimum $5 gets you in for a birthday pour and these kind of drawings.
And Keith gets a T-shirt now.
And Keith
gets second T-shirt.
That's right.
Next, no, first T-shirt. I'm sorry.
His first T-shirt. It'd be
hashtag. It's hashtag next level.
Right. Yep.
Hey, let's do me a favor. Show me the proof. Get a super chat, and we already. Oh, never mind. We didn't spin that yet. What the fuck? Fudge. What's the fudge, dude? Okay, can we exempt me for the night? I've been trying some damn good bourbon. You seriously want me to go for something freaking premium as hell to something just? You can't have me do that. You gotta. I'll double up next week.
All right, guys. All right.
If people remember,
I'll remember. Don't worry about that.
No, I'll double up next week. I promise.
I agree. I would hate to ruin this
moment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Don't make me do fresh on a night like this.
I do have a question though. Do we want to do the honors now? And
Oh, go ahead.
we're going to do. No, we're not.
Is the you know what is my grandkids? They love that button for both bottles, right?
For both bottles, yes.
We'll put both bottles in
For our bourbon of the year, yeah.
No, you're
Contenders.
right. I agree.
I mean,
That was fantastic, dude.
yeah. Again, it's we've got the Woodford Chocolate Redux in there as well, and that one's going to be
There's
one
gonna
of
be some
those
unique
hard
ones.
ones to not
Well,
tell you.
the
what
way
it
we're going
is.
to do it is you're just going to base it on taste. What tastes better?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit if we sit there and I love this cussing now. No, I'm free. Who gives a shit as far as trying to guess it? So you just go down to what tastes better. That's it. And
Yeah.
that's where we get your mind at.
Yeah. Right.
So
But it's going to be hard for me since I love the Woodford so much. It's going to be hard, but I'll have to just period. I'll have to.
all right, let's do the duckies.
So this is for the Old Stubborn, the Old Swagger, the Evernorth Essence Rye, and the Old Granddad 16. But because we hit our goal for our super chat tonight, you can swap out one of these for something else.
Whatever you want in here, on there, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Corbin Cash, whatever. So here we go. I think we're ready to spin this bad boy. Let me make sure we're done with our super chats.
We're doing the duck race, right?
And David Tanko says he's a little in shock.
Really? Why is that?
I want to make sure no one sent me. Hey, Silly Yorkie, by the way, I got a couple of text messages in my phone to remind you to go online and go buy it. You can go buy it on Party Source, which after I get off this live stream, I'm gonna buy it too.
Yeah, Gay, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're gonna share the screen.
So is it available to purchase tonight?
According to Keith, it is.
Huh?
I
Damn.
haven't checked out the website yet.
I can't believe he sold out at Revival in no time.
Because you know what? Last year, it stayed in the store for about a month.
Nobody knew about it. I didn't even hear about it until you.
Oh, I bought it, and yeah, it
Well, I
stayed there
know,
for a month.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me share it.
And while we're doing that, I'm gonna crack open this.
Okay, real quick before we get into this, this is a very important super chat.
Huh?
I want to make sure that everybody sees their name on it appropriately.
Yep. And
So,
yep.
Bourbon Nerd, you got us started for the night, and Silly Yorkies twice, Shauna's twice, Gandy once. We're just gonna say Baboon twice. I'm sorry. Keith twice, Silly Yorkie twice, Alan Adams, Sabic, Tammy Adams, Crappy Cat, Keith, Rye Guy, Keith again, Stan, Corn and Whiskey, Show Me the Proof. I believe I have everybody
Last call.
on here.
Last call.
Please let me know if I don't. Let me go this. Got that. Gandy. So boom. Oh, we haven't had that.
No.
I wouldn't mind having that. Keith Glandon. Silly Yorkie again. Alan. Stan. Tammy. Crappy. Did I have Crappy on here? Yes, I did. Keith. Rye Guy. Keith. Stan. Corn. And Show Me the Proof. I think I have everybody on here.
We got
Let me double check chat.
New ones?
Huh?
We gotten any new ones?
Well, let me double check chat to make sure I don't miss anybody. Good luck, all.
Okay.
Rock on. Okay, looks like we got everybody. Here we go. Yes, good luck for everyone here. Let's see. We're gonna do a food race again because I like the food race. Let me 130. Set. Shuffle.
Turn off music.
I know how many. You want to go to 9 again?
Let's go 9 again.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's start.
Here we go.
Where's the start button at? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's like a tablecloth.
Oh, yeah.
Did I remember this last time?
I don't know if we had that or not.
So,
we just had sandwiches.
again, these characters, I like this food race. I don't know about you guys, but I'm enjoying these food races. Like, for instance, Silly Yorkie looks like a ham sandwich. Keith, I think, is a wiener dog. Crappy Cat, you're a bucket of chicken. Keith is a hamburger. Keith is a fruit basket.
We got more than one Keith, right?
No.
Okay. Just
Well,
making
Keith
sure.
G.
Okay.
There's only one Keith on the night. He
All
has a lot
right.
of corn and whiskey. I can't tell who has. He's in a crowd. Someone's got sushi. Alan Adams, you're sushi.
Show me the proof it's pizza.
I know. This is pretty good. I like this.
Shauna, you're dropping back. Let's see. Who's that? There's Keith in this little, what is that, a little cookie?
No, it's a baked potato.
That's a baked potato.
Yeah, the butter. You see it?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Keith is the baked potato. You got a birthday cake in the middle.
Tammy's coming up.
Oh, here we go. Who's going to take the lead? 15 seconds. Whoever does it, you can make the
Stan.
break for it right about now.
Stan. Oh.
Stan, I don't know, dude. You know how that works. Is that going to hold up? Oh, no. Here comes. Oh,
Look
my
at that.
God.
Look at that. Look at that. Tammy, she did a double winner tonight.
She won another one too, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. She won the hashtag balls tonight.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Tammy. Yes.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Congratulations, Tammy.
Damn. She cleaned up. Holy crap.
And we will.
So
bring
hold
it
on,
up.
no, Tammy. Tell us what do you want to substitute any of these? I would imagine you want to remove one and put something else in. Let us know.
Yep. And we will be sure we have that with us on Saturday.
Wow.
Man, congratulations, Tammy. Let's see.
If Tammy's not here, we will email her to see
Yeah.
what she wants to substitute.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to be present for these.
Yeah, she was definitely here for the hashtag balls.
Maybe Tammy passed out. Maybe Tammy was so overwhelmed with joy.
Maybe.
She's like, oh my God.
I won on Bourbon and Ballz. I won on Bourbon and Ballz.
Well,
Oh.
she mentioned earlier the only place she wins is here.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
that's what she says.
well, she just done one twice tonight.
Yeah. So,
That's right.
yeah, no kidding, right? You said shuffle 9 times on both of them, didn't
I
you?
did.
Well, no,
You're
you
right.
said 9
No.
times on the Patreon. David won that one. That's what it was.
That's yeah. Okay.
There's no shuffling on the hashtag.
That's right. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There she is. Where she is.
Where's she? There
You
she
want
is.
to leave it as is.
All right.
All right, we'll leave it as is, and we'll get that out to along with the. Man, you got 8 samples coming to you.
Yeah, we'll bring it to the tasting on Saturday.
Is she?
Yeah, she said. Yeah, that's right. If that's what I wrote here, bring it on
Okay.
Saturday.
All right, very good. Good
So-
Lord, that's exciting. And then Tanko gets to try 12 samples.
Really?
That's-
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he won the Patreon 12 bottles.
I'm curious to see what he has as a winner.
Yeah, I know.
Now you're gonna have to pace yourself on that,
Yeah, you will. And
and we're gonna do that again in August.
Yeah.
In August we have another blind coming up. This one is going to be basically a free for all, and then we're going to set back two sets again.
right.
We'll get away on the show for everybody, and they can do their
Yeah.
own blinds.
Welcome Prescription Bourbon. Let's see. Elijah Craig's here too. I just saw that. Thanks for coming tonight.
4-8. Tammy says she should have 12.
She's got let's see, JT Miller ×2, Kentucky Wild Cask.
It'll be 8. And we're missing 4.
Unless there's another one over there from last week.
Oh, she won a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh no, you're right. Okay,
All right.
never mind. Sorry, I meant for tonight.
Yeah, for tonight.
Yeah, man, you cleaned house. See, this
Yeah.
is how it works. You get on these YouTube channels long enough,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll never have to buy whiskey ever again. I I mean, it's dude. God
Yeah,
bless.
I'm telling you, man, if you have the opportunity and you have the means, granted, you know, it's not too often we have a $250 bottle of bourbon sitting here that was given to us to review and taste, or this $179 one. But man,
This is the one where you save your money for.
yes.
Put money in your piggy bank.
Yeah. Yep.
And I generally don't ever say anything, you know, above like 130, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited about? So I traded some bottles the other day, and I was going to save up the cash for that because I had some reds.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'll tell people here now, but I'm not going to do it anymore. I was going to get the Calumet Farm 18.
Okay.
I've now changed my mind. For the same for that, I get 2 of these and some change left over.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that Calumet 18 is going to be better than that. I can't imagine that.
I've only had the one Calumet.
Well, I had the Calumet 17 at a bar.
Yeah. Well, we had a 16 here.
And that was
somewhere.
pretty good, but this is great.
We got 16 here somewhere.
Yeah.
There it is.
Anyways, but
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely, like I said, if you have the means.
Tammy, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. Now, as far as what else we got sitting here,
I haven't tried that. Is this my board?
this is your pour. This is the one that Gandy did
Yes,
with
Gandy.
21090. It's called 21090 Cherry Rye. And if you probably see the back of it there, it's got the cherry pie logo or like a Choose My Cherry Pie. But let's see here. It's unfair. Going from this
Like we're back to Earth.
back to Earth, right? I mean, it's great.
Yeah,
It's got
no,
a great nose.
yeah.
Don't get us wrong on that. But when you I mean, it's like drinking gold and maybe brass.
It still has good nose,
It does. It
but
does.
you know,
I mean, just being honest. I mean, that's what we are.
we should have cracked this a different night.
Yeah, we probably should have. But oh man.
Oh yeah, it's holding its own. I get raisins.
I do too. And I think I had this over at we had this over at Brian and Shauna's that one night.
But you know what, Gandy? If I could share this with you right now, Gandy, with 2 straws, I would.
Uh-huh.
Good job, Gandy. Good.
Yeah,
$65. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree. For $65, this is an all-day buy, and then some.
But they're sold out, though, aren't they?
I know, but if it were
Oh
available,
yeah.
this I can't understand how this is only $65.
I know.
Very, very good for $65, of course. Very good.
Yeah, and it's a 7-year, 51 rye, 45 corn, and
I was saying it's not a high rye.
something barley.
This is great.
Four barley. Distilled in Indiana, and it is 120 proof.
You know what I like to do?
112 proof. Sorry.
Put that in for our rye of the year.
Really?
I would personally.
Okay.
So mark that down.
All right. So we've got for rye of the year.
I don't remember them all. We have to go back and look at the tape.
We've
But yeah, I would
got
put that in there.
the
Mind you, we already put the Heroes Edition Jack Daniels rye in there. To me,
Right.
that's the front runner. But that's very good. Good job, Gandy.
Yep. And then for the bourbon of the year, we've got Old Swagger.
So, Andy, no, it's not available in Ohio, unfortunately. This was a pick from 21090. They're a YouTube channel. They go on Tuesday nights. I think at like 9 or 10 o'clock. They play a lot of hardcore. Gandy got me onto them.
Yeah.
Real nice guys.
I would call it hardcore. I mean, it's
Not
Def
heavy metal.
Leppard. It's our
Right.
our
Anyways,
age growing up.
Gandy, one of, as you all know, one of the people on chat that we all love and chat with him and everything. He went on the pick with 21090, and this is what they came up with. This is the Bourbon Junkies Evernorth.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I think this is the only way you can get these bottles.
Yeah,
It's through a pick.
Through a pick, yeah.
You're not going to get them retail, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you have to be, if I'm not mistaken, the way they tier it is all Patreon members first, paid Patreon members first.
Yeah.
And then if there's any left after a certain amount of time at each of the tiers,
Correct.
then the
It's a free for all.
then the freebies get it, and it's a free for all.
So I got two at my Patreon tier because the bourbons were sold out.
Okay.
I got me a backup, and I'm glad I did now, based on the hope that Gandy and the rest of the team picked a good rye, which they did.
Yeah.
And now I say it's up for rye of the year.
Yes, I would definitely agree that this would be a good contender. Yeah, we got the Jack Daniel's Heroes. We got the Sagamore 7-year.
Okay.
That was the
Yeah.
first one that you surprised me on.
Oh,
yeah.
So reminder for Saturday. I know we keep on saying it over and over again. Be there at 1:00. Maybe leave a little early. Stop by Revival. Get a pour of the old Swagger and the old Stubborn and some other things that Brad's got going on out there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a fun time at 1:00.
Yeah.
Bill McBrayer and Logan Buchanan will be there, respectively, and Tom Morrow will be there, respectively.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time. I would expect, depending on who wants to do this, Shauna could speak more about it in chat if she wants. She already has, like we did last time. I'd imagine we're going out to dinner afterwards.
Mhm.
It'll be an all-day event, basically, for those who want to.
Yeah.
One other item is our Patreon people. We are going to do a poker tournament for those who are interested.
Mhm.
We're going to start with Patreon first because I want to see how this works. We are going to give away. Right here. We have another bottle of this. Ooh, shit! What am I doing? We're cracking it open. I was waiting for tonight to crack it open.
That's right.
We're giving away Cast 529 inaugural success barrel pick as a prize for the winner of our poker tournament. The best way I can say, and I hate doing it this way, this is probably the dumbest way to do it. If you're only if you're a patron, please. Otherwise, you're going to confuse me. If you guys are interested in chat, and I'm going to put it in the Patreon too. We're going to do different rounds because only up to 6 people can play poker at a time, and this is for free. We're going to probably have 2 rounds or 2 sets of 6s, and then have a final table of, I don't know how we're going to do it. Depends on how people want to play. I guess if you're interested, email Bourbon and Ballz. I guess that's the best way to do it.
Well, if you're interested,
Well, let me know right now too. So I can know.
on the Patreon,
Yeah, let me know.
send a message through Patreon.
Yeah, you know what? That's the best way to do it. I know John Shank might be interested. I know Keith is interested. We're gonna have it Monday at I think we're gonna have. I'm not sure if we're gonna have it Monday or not. I think so. I think we're ready to go though. I know Gandy's in, Torp's in, Elijah Craig's in. Torp is in, and it's all for fun. It's not going to cost you guys anything the first time we go around. And oh, I know John Shank, you are in. Believe you me, I know you're in. If this becomes a thing, then we'll have it obviously more often, and we may have an entry fee at some point to where then we can up the value of the bottle. We'll have a prize, and by keeping it a prize, keeps it on the up and up. There'll be no cash given out. This won't. What are you doing? Oh, there'll be no cash given out. None of that stuff. It'll just be for fun. And I also think what we're going to do is also give out a Google Meet link, and we can all kind of just shoot the shit. And while we play on it's going to be an app on our phones,
Right.
and we can shoot the shit on Google Meets as if we're like at the tables or something like that. But the most I found was 6.
Without having to pay a astronomical
No,
fee.
it won't take more than 6. Period.
Yep.
Doesn't matter about the amount.
Yeah, we're trying to make this as easy and as friendly as possible as far as
Right, but I can't make it 12. There's no site that is 12.
Right.
So, anyways, you know, if there's only 6 of us, then fine. Well, that's what we'll do. And the winner of that game wins the bottle.
Yep.
Fair enough. We're just going to try it. And then after that, we'll kind of go from there. But
And it's a signed bottle from Brian and Shauna, right?
it is?
Yep.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
I thought it was.
No.
All right. Sorry.
The signed bottles for a Husky Dog.
Oh, damn. That's right.
Man, if I wasn't here,
I know.
we'd owe people so much stuff and we don't even have it.
Wait a minute now.
All right. Well, you're right. If I wasn't here, you guys get quite a bit done. If I'm not lying. So, and then we're gonna do a bottle review on this, meaning that we're gonna do a
We'll do a video.
I know I want to do a blind against
Blind?
the other wilderness trails that I have.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
All right.
What proof have we got?
I just splashed this in my eye.
So it's a 5-year, 11-month-old. Let's see, 117.4 proof.
Definitely get the weed off of this.
Non-chill filtered.
I do like on-chill filter.
Wilderness Trails in Danville, Kentucky. I know
Mhm.
they were down there. Oh, ooh, nice nose.
This is sweet.
Well, I can tell Shauna picked this one because of the cherries. I get cherry big time. Tell me I'm wrong, but
This is nice.
I get dark cherries.
Hmm.
Poker bottle is signed. We have the bottle and pens for us to all sign on Saturday for Husky. So I was right, mofo.
No. I only have one bottle that's signed.
They have the bottle for Husky Dog.
No, they don't.
I
Do they?
already have. There's a lot of this. I don't think I've gotten to me. Let's see. We have the bottle and pens for all of us to sign on Saturday for Husky.
You know what?
So
that
that
would
bottle-
make total sense because now I have your bottle.
Right.
Remember I told you I don't have your bottle?
Yeah.
I have your bottle.
I knew you had my bottle,
I didn't know that.
but I did. It's over there.
Now the math adds up. You know what I probably did? And I'm almost thinking this is true. I am sure at some point I told Shauna, you might want to keep the bottle, otherwise I'll forget. You signed the poker bottles? Huh, I'll be damned. It's like I never was there.
Yeah, I kind of get the apple on the nose, David. I do. Kind of like a green apple. But
I don't get green apple in the taste.
I don't get green apple in the taste. I get the fruit, the cherry.
I get a light fruit.
Yeah. Shauna says you told us to.
I did?
Per your request.
Dude, I don't even remember telling. I don't even remember that conversation. I don't think I was there.
You were there.
Well,
That's why I was.
oh, I'm glad you said something because I was going to bring that bottle to the meetup.
And it's over there on. You said put that over.
Oh, it's over on the meetup
Yeah,
bottle.
you told me to
I
put
said
it
put
there.
that in the stash over there. We're taking it to the meetup.
I'm like, you sure?
You need to take that off the shelf.
I will. Yeah.
I didn't realize that's for the my bad for the poker. My bad. See, it's got to get this on Monday. You're gonna enjoy it, actually. This is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
And hopefully, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'll keep it quiet. So let's say we got Gandy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 people that are 1 in. Okay, we'll figure it out. Tor, buddy, not for nothing. You got to be a Patreon to be at the poker thing. At least this time.
Yeah, the first time has to be paid Patreon members.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
it's only
because,
$5 a month.
we're gonna keep it small, just because this is like we're trying this for the first time, so
Yeah, and I mean, and we got more than 12, so if we have a couple rounds of games,
yeah, we'll see.
you know, what would be cool is if you have a couple rounds and then you have a tournament of the winners of the.
Can you do me a favor? Can you write down these names? Write down Gandy, Elijah Craig, Alan Adams, John Shank. How many is that?
4. And then you got Keith.
I don't know if Keith can make it Sunday or Monday. We'll create a day where
Okay.
I want everybody to be able to make it. These guys, so we'll figure it out. This is gonna be our beta run.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out a way that watching should make it great fun. I'm trying to figure out how you can watch.
I wonder if you can do a Google Meet and share
You know what I
a
can do?
screen.
Yes, I could do. I could do another Google Meet to where the players, you know, don't get on that Google Meet, but everybody else can see. They can maybe at least watch from one person's view. Like I can hook my phone up to Google's Meet.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You have a Google Meet set up, you share your screen, and you can watch the gameplay, but the other guys
Cannot
can
see.
chat and
Well, no one else in chat can be for the people that are playing on the
right,
table.
right.
But they
So
all
that'd
can
be
be
a
in
way
a
to do
separate. That's the way to do it. That's
Yeah.
a smart way. Silly Yorkie, we'll let you know. We'll yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's why he's CA Scotty.
That's right. But I said it too, so that's why I'm Jeff.
Yeah, you're right too. I can mute the observer so they don't muddy up the feed. That is true. Okay. Yeah. Again, we're gonna try it out, and you know we'll work out the kinks.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're the first try for something, so
Everyone
SG
knows that poker fish list. Does anyone on that list play Vegas? Asking for a friend.
Anybody else play Vegas? I don't know.
Mm.
Well, no.
Oh, by the way, I'm saying, this is not an invite. This is just more of telling people.
Okay. You're not invited. Just listen.
Well, it's my wife. It's me and my wife's anniversary.
I know. I understand.
You know, oh my God, could you imagine?
Oh,
I'd
she would not be a happy camper.
be in the doghouse.
Oh, you would be.
If I invited everybody, hey everybody, let's go here for my anniversary.
Yeah, that would not. That'd go
But I'm
over-
gonna tell you what I'm doing.
That would go over.
So I guess if you guys show up,
Church.
you'd have shown up, but I'm not inviting you.
That would go over like a fart in church. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No. Hey. Elijah Craig, I'm gonna get a sense as far as when we can do it. It may not be Monday, so I'll shoot a thing out on Patreon, and we'll get a consensus as far as when we can play.
Yep. And again, if you're not a Patreon member and you want to get a part of
We'll
this,
do fun things like this.
you want to get a
Anyways.
part of the drawing. Yeah.
Yes. So our anniversary is June 20th.
Mhm.
That weekend, just like where you want to go. So here's what this is what works for us. I get to pick a destination as long as it's somewhere where we can like do something outdoorsy. And if anybody knows on chat, I hate the outdoors. I ain't gonna lie. And I have no shame in it. I mean,
yeah.
I have no shame.
We
I
kind
meant
of
what I
had a
meant.
little talk while you were upstairs. So.
Oh, about how I don't like the outdoors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hold on though. I get stung. Hold on. This is
Yeah,
why
I can see that. Yeah,
So-
but I mean, you got to get over your fear.
I almost died.
Well, I understand that too, but you know, I almost died of meningitis, and I got throat.
So I got stung by a wasp like 2 years ago, and I went into anaphylactic shock, which I didn't know I was allergic to a wasp. It stung me in the head, and oh yeah, top of the head, man. And why are you laughing?
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, you are.
Sorry.
But half an hour, the doctor said,
It's funny now.
Oh,
It wasn't
yes.
funny then.
"Oh no, I'd have been dead as a doornail, dude." They said a half an hour later, I'd have been dead. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be.
Anyways, I now don't. Not that I like going outside before, but I really don't like going out now. Anyways, going back to what I originally said, our deal is if we go on some sort of a vacation over, out of town, 9 times out of 10, God love her, I'm gonna pick somewhere in Kentucky on the Bourbon Trail.
Mhm.
So I do that, but I got to make sure wherever we go, we're in a place where we can go hiking, go outdoors, and that's what we do.
Okay.
So for our anniversary, we're gonna have a nice dinner at Watch Hill proper.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you stop in and say, "Hey, I'm here."
What, we already made reservations.
I know, but yeah.
So, and then, but the 3 of us, right, are going to go to Watch Hill proper.
Yeah, the 25th, I think it was.
Yeah, on the 25th of June.
There's a cigar blending event where you're going to blend your own cigar blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Watch Hill proper. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice.
Right now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess what I was saying to the viewers is I'm going to Watch Hill proper. I will report back, let you know how the food is for those who go to Louisville.
Well, I suspect it will be a very good report.
I would imagine so.
Yep.
Now, I wonder if they have Old Stubborn. I bet you they will by the time we get there.
That's a good question. Maybe we need to reach out and say, hey.
Could you imagine how much they're going to charge for that?
Gosh.
Jesus.
I don't even want to. He was doing what, $5 a quarter ounce?
I know, but I got to be honest with you. Brad, he's too nice.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me take the dog out real quick.
All right. But yeah, I mean, it might be worth a phone call to those guys over there and say, hey, might want to try and get you a bottle of this for sure. I mean, they are the largest American whiskey bar in the world. And what better to have this with them?
Yeah. So, anywho.
Yeah.
Give Silly. Oh, she don't have a wrench? What kind of crap is that? Whiskey Bill doesn't have a wrench either.
Well, last time you were giving wrenches, somebody got muted.
You ain't kidding. You know what? Silly Yorkie now has a wrench. She can go after whoever. And C.S. Scully doesn't have a wrench. Now, if anybody ever asks, like these, I don't know, these wrenches really they don't really do anything.
Yeah.
At least to my knowledge.
I mean, you're able to delete and mute, but it's being a moderator. Means you have to sit there and watch the chat.
But you know what? The main thing is you can put up links and stuff like that. That's what I like.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of that, if you are on here and you do have one of your own shows.
Oh yeah, by all means.
Put the link in there, please. That way others can find you.
David Tanko.
What was great?
Ranching her feels wrong to say, but I guess if she wants it.
Oh, good Lord.
I'll let that stay in between you two. Oh man.
So Silly Yorkie, what was good? What did I do? I don't know.
See, here we go. My husband and I both forget our anniversary every single year. We both hate outdoors. Me for the sun, him for the. That's why you guys are still married.
Yeah.
You are right. I do not like the outdoors. I mean, I don't even mow my own lawn anymore.
No. Some old man across the street, he's huffing on an electric mower. He's out there. And there's Charlie sitting back on his phone and his little mower up and down.
A little robotic mower. It just goes up and down.
I pull up, I look over and oh man, I feel so bad for that guy.
You know what? That's the best investment I have ever done.
Mm.
Oh man. See, Shanks plays pool. Oh, there you go.
Hey, I do a lot of playing.
He's a pool shark.
Well,
he loves pool.
Not as good as my wife. My wife is a pool shark for sure. But yeah, we kind of went nuts and lost our mind and went out and bought our own cues the other day or a couple months ago.
Yeah, you guys went nuts, didn't you?
We did go nuts. She went more nuts than I did, but
okay. Whiskey Bill, yes. The Bourbon Trail, haha, yes, right? I mean, she hasn't fallen. We've done the whole Bourbon Trail now. Except for craft distilleries. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
I've done the whole freaking thing.
I haven't been Wild Turkey or Maker's Mark, but I've been
go to Maker's Mark in Christmas time. That is a great scenery.
Okay.
The one thing I will say, if someone would ask me, so Silly Yorkie, you pay a guy. I'm gonna tell you, what's cheaper is I was going to pay a guy, and I did the math, and I bought a robotic mower, and this thing works like a gym. Doesn't my lawn look nice?
It does.
It looks nice,
It
doesn't it?
does. Yes, it does.
And that robot is badass.
It is.
It pays for a year. I figured it out. What I would pay someone for a year of mowing, I paid for that.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
I don't know if I would. I mean,
well, I mean, if you pay a guy though,
yeah.
I'm saying the in between would be is if you mow yourself, have at it, mow yourself.
Right.
If you pay a guy,
you're going to pay $20-25 depending on the size of your yard.
$25. I don't think that's a golden rate anymore.
No,
I think it's like 35.
I'm old, so that might be.
Anyways, that being said, you're better off buying a robot.
Yeah.
Because you'll pay for itself in a year.
Yeah, you're right.
And the one I have, you can remove the battery after 3 or 4 years when it dies down, and then it's like $180 or something to replace it.
Oh,
so to me,
now what about the blade? I mean, how's the blade? Is it like
so
weed whacker blade, or is it a
no?
blade?
It's like a razor blade.
Oh, okay.
I gotta replace it like every 30 to 45 days, but they're $8.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's $8 for a, I want to say like an 18 pack, and there's only 6 blades on it, so it's 3 months worth of blades.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's worth it. To me, it's worth it.
45
see,
to 50,
yeah, $45 to $50 is going rate per week. You save more money by buying a robot. Now, there's certain ones I did research on it. I go down in a rabbit hole. There's certain ones aren't good. There's one brand called Man Motion, I think it's MAN Motion. I bought the Luba, LUBA Mini all-wheel drive. It's all-wheel drive. It's got suspension on it. It's badass, dude. It is as advertised.
Wow.
It's badass. I freaking love it. Anyways, I don't know.
How many robots do you
How many
find?
robots? This robot will go up to, not the robot I got. The robot that I know they sell will go up to 3 acres. So Andy, good. So here's another problem. He asked what kind and how does it handle dog poop?
Yeah. You got man poop down there.
So here's what I do.
Where's he at?
And he's right there. He's eating the freaking leaves outside. Can you do me a favor while I tell them this? Can you give me a rag out of that shelf over there? Because I gotta wipe his feet because it's raining outside.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's pouring down rain. He's in the mud. I gotta wipe his feet. Anyways, what were we talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about. What are we talking about? Oh,
Man
the thing
poop.
up there.
Man
How
poop.
does it handle the poop? I have no shame. We're friends. Me and the people in chat. I don't really care if you guys know this stuff. I'm an open book on some of the stuff. I can't do dog poop. Like I can't. Like I dry heave like it's no other. Like I dry heave where my clavicle will be so sore the next day from dry heaving over dog poop. All right.
Okay.
So I hire poop911.com. They come out and they clean my poop. Not my poop, but the dog's poop.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on the subject, but anyways, I'm going to finish the story. So I've trained my dog to poop in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a fence, but he poops in the backyard now.
And you don't mow the backyard.
I have the backyard. I have the mowing. You can do it in different zones, this mower. I have a front yard, side yard, backyard. Those are my zones.
Okay.
On Fridays, the Poop 911 people, they come and clean up my backyard. I get a text message when they're done. I know this is stupid. I ain't gonna lie. When they text message me, like I know, all right, I'm gonna run my mower back there and I'm gonna mow the backyard. That's me, guys. Right open there. Love it, don't love it. I don't. I'm just telling you. You asked. Yes, Brian, it would be weird if it was my poop.
Yeah, would be definitely weird.
That'd be awesome if I just told them later.
Yeah, out there squatting down, taking a shit. Go pick up my poop.
I pay you guys to clean up my poop. Oh.
They know no damn different. I mean, you got Weller out there. You got man shit laying everywhere.
Well, see, Tracy's like, I'm our dog poop. Yeah, I just got a weak stomach. Like it was so bad when we first got Weller. Our dog was named Weller. It was so bad. Erica, and it was in the wintertime, so the door was shut. She heard me dry heaving from the edge of the sidewalk I was at. She was in the kitchen. And she's like, my God, what is that? What is that noise? She goes outside. She's like, will you shut up? I'm like, I can't help it. I cannot. And of course, I can't speak in complete sentence. I'm too busy dry heaving. I'm like, I can't do it. And she's like, why did you get this dog? I'm like, well, look at him. He's a great dog. Not right now, but he's a great dog. Love the dog.
He is a good dog.
I just can't clean up his poop.
Yeah.
So she's like, you're going to have to figure this out. This is your dog. You got him.
And let me tell you, depending on what you feed him, he comes in and crop dusts us, man. We're gagging ourselves in here for sure.
He's like Jurassic Park.
Oh my God.
Remember when that guy put his hand in that dinosaur's poop? That's the size of Weller's poop.
I didn't even know that.
It is so big. Sometimes, I'm not trying to get gross or anything. Sometimes it's so big, the mound is so high, it almost hits his ass.
Oh my God.
That's how big his poop is.
Oh my
Come
God.
here, buddy. See, I can't help it.
It's Thursday night and it's talking shit.
Let me get your back legs, buddy. I know you don't like this.
I'm kind of with you, silly Yorkie. I've got she's a shepherd corgi mix. Just busted ass right around the corner.
Well, because his feet are still wet.
So I've got a corgi sized dog that looks like a German shepherd.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, what a night.
But you know what? We treat our dogs like family. We really do.
Oh, yeah.
And they are family.
They are.
I love our dogs.
Patrick Little Dude. So
you know what? She is a saint.
Old stuff.
What's the joke? Take goes like, paid a guy a month to pick up the poop in my yard. He quit after a month when he realized I don't own a dog.
Yeah. Oh boy.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Before I forget, those that are still on here, next week we got Whiskey Thief. We're gonna have a nice little giveaway with that, and they actually sent a T-shirt along to go out.
What size T-shirt? Can you go see?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, that's gonna exclude some people.
I know it excludes me for sure.
Well, it excludes you and I. Watch it be like small.
Large.
Oh, good. Anybody that's large and in charge, they can win this T-shirt.
Yep.
That's for next week. All right, guys. Well, I know we're done because we're talking about dog poop, so that's when we know we're done. I hope you guys enjoyed today's guest. Yeah. I loved him. I thought that bottle was awesome. That's one. That's probably a top
2, 3.
No. I would say top 6 of all time. That's saying something.
All time. Yeah.
Top 6 or 7 of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely top 10 of all time.
And absolutely top 10 for sure.
Of all time. Of all time.
I mean, I would put it in top 5.
Of all time?
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of bottles to consider.
I know, but I mean you
got a lot of bottles considered.
I know.
You got the BTAC that you've tried.
Yeah, but you know.
I know.
The BTAC is the BTAC. I mean, it's just, but this is something that.
How about this? This is in no disrespect, as you said earlier, and coming from me, and you guys know how I am. I'm a big McBrayer, and I always will be.
Yeah.
This is probably the best bourbon I've had all year.
Yeah. Like I said,
that I will say.
Yeah.
That's probably the best bourbon I had of year. And that includes Corbin Cash.
Yeah. And
this was just elegant on a different level.
Yeah. You know, and in all honesty, as far as McBrayer, I mean, this I say this be politically correct on this or not, but I mean the level of, I don't want to say quality, but the level
You need
of,
to get your hand off that handle the way you're doing it.
I
I'm
know.
just saying you're getting a little close to me on that one.
But I'm just saying, it's just hard to explain.
Dude, I seriously think you're gonna cry.
it is next level. It
It is
really
next level.
It
It's
is
very
next
good.
level.
Yes, Elijah Craig, I do understand that, and that's why I kind of want to be cautious in saying all this as far as low price. And everybody has their own wheelhouse as far as what they want be willing to spend on the bourbon. I get it. And thing is, there's great bourbon at every level. There really is.
Yes.
So that being said,
I mean, my daily pour is Rebel 100 at $19.99 a bottle.
Rebel 100.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking tastic!
Yeah,
I'm getting you know what I'm getting this Saturday?
What?
I'm trading Gandy some bottles. I'm getting me a Black Top Early Times.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got one of them too from Gandy. Yeah,
Suck on that.
I got one too. I get a suckle.
Yeah. Charlie almost thought he was gonna get a hug. I think I'm gonna be getting a hug on. I'm already there. I've already accepted it. I'm getting a hug on Saturday. I know it. I know Dave was gonna come after me, and so is some other people. I was thinking about doing like a kissing booth, and they all can hug me for like $5 super chat.
Right, guy. I don't know. That whiskey.
Oh.
That chocolate redux was.
Dude, this is better than chocolate redux.
I would. Yeah, I am. I'm afraid to say that. Yes, you're right. You're right. It is.
But see, we got some Rebel fans. $20, dude. Yeah, nothing beats Rebel. Well, a few things maybe. I don't know at $20, but man, it's great.
Yeah. Well, the early times is the $25 bottle.
Silly Yorkie. Yeah, I'll be wearing my porcupine jacket so no one hugs me on Saturday. Oh my God, guys. Thank you, Mr. Richie J. You're my guy. And I don't want to give away the farm here, but you guys missed a great Google Meets with Mr. Richie J. That was my highlight. I got to be honest with you. I love the guy. I can just say that now.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. No, I'm just, you know what? It's almost like a bromance. Like I envy for a lot of stuff that he does, or who he, as far as he lives in a great place, as far as where he has a great distillery called Crittenton.
Oh gosh.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then he can tell you some other things, which I want to divulge here. You got to be on Google Meets, or if he wants to divulge in chat, he can do that. But and he's a very modest guy and very humble, so that's why he probably won't say anything.
Yeah.
But that was a great Google Meets, and I told you off air what it was.
Yep.
So, anyways.
Yeah.
Did I love him before Google Meets? You know what it is about Google Meets, though? When you put faces with names, it does something for you. So, if I'm being honest, I mean, I knew Mr. Richie and Miss Lori J before Google Meets. I knew a lot of people beforehand, but when you put faces with names, I mean, it changes the whole.
It does. The
relationship.
It makes it more real, I guess.
And
you
intimate.
would say. Yeah, more intimate. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're actually talking to somebody face to face now instead of through a chat. No offense, but I mean, it does make it a little bit more real.
They are great people, and what a head of hair. I don't mean to make this a Mr. Richie J show. But if he had his own show, I'd subscribe. All right, I'm done bromancing for the night. I'm just saying. Oh man! All right, guys, we gotta get off of here.
Big thanks to Ed Bley tonight.
Yes,
and Revival for jumping on and surprising us. I didn't expect that.
Oh, for Brad.
For Brad.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. But Whiskey Thief is next week. We got Walter's Ash.
Walter's ass.
Zausch. His last name Zausch.
You better get that name right before next week.
Yeah, he runs Whiskey Thief. He owns Whiskey Thief. So
okay, I love Whiskey Thief. One of the best ryes ever.
Yeah, it is. And the one that they sent us is 135 proof. I don't know what that one was.
I don't know either, but anyways,
let's see what we got.
Dude,
125 proof.
And that's a great rye.
That was a great one. And that was 135.
Okay.
So.
All right, and then we have some other guests coming up. June 26th. It either is going to be a great show or a good show. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well, there's only a few people left. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to say it?
Go ahead. There's only a few people left.
All right. So for the few people that are left,
this is a huge maybe.
It is a 50-50 chance he may or may not make it, depending on his health. Alan Jackson. Maddie Jackson is his daughter. She is the master blender for Silver Belly. Robbie Goldsmith is the owner, the master distiller of Silver Belly. But I point blank asked Robbie, I'm like, hey, what are the odds, that Alan will make it? And he said it's 50-50.
I'll take 50-50.
That he'll make it. So
you guys may
yeah,
or may not be in the presence of a. Do you like country music?
Yeah.
Alan
But
Jackson.
and no slouch. We got his daughter Maddie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Robbie. So
yes, AJ. You're right. AJ will
That's
be
right.
on. Perhaps, maybe we'll see. But if not, we have, like you said, we have his daughter.
yeah, his daughter.
Which again, we're bringing them on for the bourbon.
Yes, for
but,
the bourbon.
If you know what,
it's a bonus if he shows up.
How mad will I just?
I'll sit here and just shit myself. You'll have to call. You'll have to call the
That'll be like,
911 shit people.
You guys will
clean
think-
us up.
you guys will think our freaking stream is frozen, but it's not. We don't even know what to say if Alan Jackson came on. So we'll see if he comes on June 26th.
Yeah. We'll
But in
see
the
how it
meantime,
goes.
guys, thanks for coming on again for this time. I hope you enjoyed Ed Bley, and hopefully see a lot of you guys at the meetup. And we'll have some pictures in the Discord at Cash 529. Otherwise, we will catch you guys later.
Cheers, everybody.
All right, cheers. Bye.
See you.